Welcome everybody to my channel, Erin Reed Makes, and today is card swap day. So these are all amazing cards that I host a card swap where they send me cards and then I swap them around and I send them back to you. And this was all about flowers. These cards came from an amazing group of card makers. They are so fantastic, and I would love if you would continue watching the video and I'd give you a heads up about how I think they made each of these cards a little bit up close and personal. And if you would give them a little bit of love, that would be fantastic. If you would like to be part of my card swap, I'd be happy to have anybody who is interested. Link is down below for the Facebook group where all the information is hosted. But without further ado, let's jump into the first set of cards. So let's take a look at our first card. It's all about flowers. This one's from Linda Barton, and as you can tell, it's a super cute design that has all of the same design, but what she's done is she's changed all the colors, and it's so stinking cute. I love these. So she's got a white cardstock base that opens up naturally here, and then we've got different colors of our background. We've got pink, yellow, orange, and blue, and then from that she's added a little banner at the bottom where she stamped hello in black, and then we have a square. Sometimes she's rounded the corners, left the corners plain. We've got a die cut piece that's kind of got this frilly edge, so she had fun with that. And then we've got a series, and the colors and the papers could be pattern, could be card, whatever. They've all changed. So nice, bright, fun colors. I love those. Then she's got a layered flower. So a nice, just easy stamped, I would call it like a retro flower, just a simple little daisy flower. And then in all different colors for that. And then she's got two circles that she has offset in the side and added a little gem. Again, different colors. And the colors, none of them match. I mean, meaning that this blue is not the same as this blue. If there's a green, it doesn't have to match. She just played with all these fun tones, and all these colors work so wonderfully. There's not a single card. Every card looked very, very different, and they all were amazing. I love them. And there's a little gem in the middle. And there's a little leaf, and sometimes the leaves are even a little bit different, and where the leaf is a little bit different spot. And then lastly, she's put this green ribbon on the side, and that is the same for all of her cards. Is the hello and the green ribbon in terms of the color and the stamp and all that is identical for every card. So it's just everything else, and obviously the design is the same. So super cute card. The next batch of cards is by Donna, and this one is so pretty. This one is just a standard opening card, and she added a sentiment. May friendship, love, and happiness be life's best gifts for you on your birthday and always. I love that. And then she's added a pink mat, and then on top of that a white sheet of paper. And then she has stamped, it's like a layered stamp. First she probably did the green, and that is all the leaves and the vines, then came back with that same exact color of pink. I think that's so pretty. And then die cut a happy birthday, and then add a little ribbon. Another beautiful card from Donna. This time we have a white card that opens up, no sentiment on the inside. We have this black and white striped paper that's so striking against this beautiful front piece here, where she's added a black mat, then a white mat, stamped in the quarter, thank you. And then we have all these stamped and die cut out flowers and petals. So the flowers is been die cut with the darker color, lighter color first, then with the darker color to give the design, and then die cut out. And then the stamp's the same thing. There's two tones, so it's a layered stamp, and they've been die cut out, and she did 3 and 3, and it looks so pretty. It's a gorgeous one from Donna, and I love how she's added all of these little scalloped corners here. So it's a white cardstock base as you open up, and she's got a little sentiment. Everything happy and hopeful and new, little surprises and big dreams come true. Have a wonderful birthday. So pretty. In the corner, she's done a stamped, and she colored it in. I think it's with, it's with marker. So two beautiful stamps in the corners that she stamped and colored in. Happy birthday. And then she has this beautiful die cut scallop that basically nests itself in. So it's a series of diagonals. She did the same colors going down from green and then shading itself into blue. Beautiful colors. And then just has, and it's lined up perfectly. Look at that, because it meets right there at that corner. So fun. Another card from Donna, a white cardstock base that opens up, as you can see. Then we have this kind of, I don't know, it's like it's a purpley color. Periwinkle, I think is the best way to describe that. Periwinkle with a white mat on top. Stamped, thanks so much. Individual stamps of these beautiful tall flowers that she has colored in with the purple and the green. A little butterfly up here. And then she's added a little bit of some ribbon, and it's got like a twine on top. It's not a twine, it's a really cool, like burlap with lace. It's so pretty. Another amazing design from Donna. Here we have a pink cardstock base, a little bit different. Opens up vertically this way, so just a little different there. Then we have a black mat and then a white mat, and this white mat has got a dot embossing. It's one of the best embossing folders because it's so versatile. I love that. Then we have a series of ovals. We have a black and then a white oval, and it's stitched around the edge with the die, or it could, I think it's a die cut that she's uses. A stamped thank you, and then 2 beautiful flowers. She has heat embossed the flower, and then she's watercolored in with the flower or used her markers. And that's how you see all those beautiful petal marks that are on there. And she did that for 2, and they're different flowers, but they're probably part of the same kit. And then she did the same thing for all of the petals here. So she has stamped and heat embossed it with white, and then watercolored it in and then die cut it out, and it looks so pretty. Another gorgeous card from Donna. She went crazy. Every single card she made was different, which is fabulous. So here we have almost like a camel color card, and it's a little peekaboo. So you open it up and the actual stuff is on the inside, and I love that it's got a little something here, and then you can open it up. Oh, and there's more to it. This is a special card. Look at that. Ooh, I'm going to have to completely, I love this little flippy flap. This is a cool flip flap, a double card. So fun. This is one of those interactive or fun fold cards if you want to look at it, and they're so much fun. I am totally doing this because I'm addicted to these fun fold cards. Thank you so much for the inspiration. This is why I love doing these card swaps, because I get all this amazing inspiration. So the main part of the card is a camel color. Now let's go with the inside. So going from the very inside, she has "Have a Beautiful Day" stamped in the corner, and then a little swirl design with the butterfly in the corner. So pretty. Then you close it and you have a die cut stamped and colored with leaves. This beautiful sunflower. Same swirl, I believe. Nope. Yep. She just inverted it. So same swirl. It's just been flipped upside down. So it's a little swirl on the bottom. And this has been popped up just a tiny bit, because when you close it, it fits inside a little pocket window. So here she's got a stitched square. So she cut out the square. She stitched the edge so it fits just perfectly. Another little swirl. It says "Thinking of You," and the stitched edge has been done in a new color, which is like an olive. And then we have our little butterfly here in the corner, and that is just so pretty. I love that. It's that little pop of something, and you open it and you're like, oh, and then you realize that there's even more there. That is so cool. Fabulous job. And we keep going with Donna because she's got so many amazing cards. All right, so here we have a cardstock that's a Hawaiian color, and she's stamped on the inside, "May your birthday be filled with love, laughter, and happy, everything that makes you happy," and a little stamp here in the corner that's like a poppy with little leaves. So pretty. And she's rounded the corners on this one, which I think is very nice. Just adds a little something extra to that card. All right, and then on the front we have a white mat, and then she's stamped the happy birthday blessings at the bottom. Then we have this green leaf color that's not all the way to the bottom, so it gives her that little bit of a mat here at the bottom to stamp on, which I think is super smart. And then she's got a series of other mats. So we've got a white mat with the pattern paper that's the little bit of a floral pinky. On top of that, we have a black mat, and then we have this pattern paper, and this is already like this. It has all the bands there. That is already like that, and it's got a little stitched edge to it. So it's layers upon layers upon layers, which is so pretty. And then we have this beautiful stamp, and it's a mum is what it reminds me of, which is probably mimicking, it is mimicking, similar kind of flower that's on the inside. This is just a little simpler looking, which I think is fun. So you got like the complex and then just a little hint of it on the inside. So we have this beautiful mum, has been stamped in red, die cut out, and then she's got a little bit of extra shading here in the center, and then the leaves have been stamped and die cut out. So pretty. And then they've been popped up. There's a little bit of a pop up here, probably because we've got so many layers happening here that she needs to have it kind of set up, and it just sets it off, which is so pretty. Another gorgeous card from Donna. Here we have a white cardstock base. "May your birthday be filled with love, laughter, and everything that makes you happy." And then a little bit of a stamp here. Oh, that's such an elegant card when you look at it. I mean, just so pretty. Just that little bit of extra something on the inside really makes a big difference. So gorgeous. I'll have to remember that. Then we have this navy blue, and on top of that we have a gingham blue. And then she's got a series of circles. We have a scallop circle in navy and then white, and then she's got that same kind of a flower, but it's a different stamp, but it's the same kind of flower. So she's kind of mix and matching 2 different stamps that are the same but different, if that makes sense. It's a jar with the flowers in there. She's lightly colored in the jar and just the tops of the flowers. She didn't overdo the coloring, and it's a perfect fit. And those have been popped up. Then we have another mat down here that says "Happy Birthday," and she's put 2 little black gems, or they could be navy, but I think they're black, but it still works so beautifully with the card because you almost think they're navy because the color choice there, and it's so pretty. I love it. All right, another card here we have from Donna. So gorgeous. She's amazing. A white cardstock base. On the main part of the white base, she stamped thinking of you, and out of the 3 gems or the pearls in the corner. Then we have a gingham in purple and a little hint of a die cut or a punch corner edge. See that going all the way down. And then we have a stamp. It's just poking out underneath there. I think it's so cool. And a little stamped flower that's been stamped in die cut, a little gem in the middle, pearl in the middle, and then a little leaf. So pretty. And our last one from Donna, look at this, so pretty. So here we have a green card base. May friendship, love, and happiness, life's best gifts give your birthday and on your birthday and always. And this has been done on just copy paper that she's printed out and then placed inside, which is so, I love that. So you can take any sentiment that you like, print it, cut it down to size, or could this actually, yeah, notice this plain old copy paper, nice and lightweight, so it doesn't make your card too heavy. And it also makes it fold beautifully. So it's a great way of adding something on the inside of your card. She's got a beautiful scalloped edge, and this edge has not only like a fun, it also has a stitching on the inside. So that's been cut away from the beginning of the card. So it's that little interest when you open it up, you can see it, which I think is so pretty. Then we have a white mat that fits just inside the scallops. And then on top of that, we have a green and a secondary white mat that she has embossed with the dots folder again. There it is. You can just see it there. And then on top of that, we've got a white ribbon that goes across just this green and white mat right here. We have 2 flowers, and the flowers are layers. This is 3 separate punches or dies, and they're layered 1, 2, 3 on top, and then a little thing. So it really makes a dimensional flower. I think those flowers are so pretty. And then a little leaf here in the corner in one of the flowers, and they're just layered up here. And then we have a series of ovals. We have a scalloped oval with a white oval on top, and the white oval says happy birthday wishes. It's been stamped in black, and that has been popped up. So here we have the first set of cards from Lynn Ashley. I love this. So here we have the same but a little bit different. So we have a white cardstock base, and on top of that we have a purple mat. And on top of that we have this pattern paper, which is this cool damask kind of background in hot pink. And then she stamped on top of that, which I think is so cool. I love this. And she's done some masking, and the stamping is a little bit different. It's all in purple and this teal, so it's matching that purple. But then the main focus flower here for here is purple, but then for here it's the teal. And you can see the hint of that pattern paper going through, which I think is so pretty. And she stamped it overlapping, so it's like she stamped the big one, and then she put the mask on, and she stamped the next one, put the mask on, stamped, and so it looks like the flowers are layered on top of each other, which I think is so gorgeous. I love that. And those color choices are spot on. For this one, she stamped "You Are Fabulous" in black, and for this one, she hand wrote "Keep Smiling," and that is some amazing handwriting, let me tell you. I love that. Another set of cards from Lynn, and same design, a little bit different in terms of how she layers the flowers. There's actually a third card that was identical to this one. So we have a white cardstock base, open naturally, light blue, and then a dark blue. And what she's done is she's taken the dark blue and she stamped the same flower stamp on the back, and this one is in silver. Oh no, it's like a gold pearlescent, a blue pearlescent. You can really see that shine as you move the card around. It is so pretty. And then she's added a stitched border, which was actually cut from this blue paper. It's in that stitched border already. And then here, for this little banner right here, she has, it also has that stitched border on there. So I don't know if she cut a secondary sheet and then just cut slices from that, but that's my guess, is that it's a die cut or something that has that stitching border. And then she did another one in the light blue and then did the same thing. So it's a really smart way of doing it. Then we have the stamped and die cut out flower, and she has used markers, but she's added a little bit of a shimmer on top of that. So I don't know if she'll use like a Wink of Stella or something like that. And then there is this stamped leaf, of which she stamped it in blue and then colored it in green, just to tie it all together, which I think is so fabulous. Oh, and the sentiment says, "You always bring a smile to my face." Which, yes, it does. I love the shininess. It's so pretty. So here we have a series of 3 cards also from Lynn, similar but different. So what's similar about them all, obviously, is the coloring and then design. But the design might be smaller flowers or it might be larger flowers, but the same concept. And then how she did it. So we have a white cardstock base. Then we have a green. These greens are identical. This is a little bit of a different shade of green, but still green. And then on top of that, we have a sheet of, I think it's white cardstock. And then she's done a lot of ink blending on top of that. So what she has done for all of these cards is she's taken a stamp, so you can see the stamp here, and then she's heat embossed it with white, so it pops. and then she's blended it with ink. So here you can see she's done a darker blend on top of the flowers, and it's the same for this, and then lighter blended it with another color that's a similar green, or just lightly blended it out. So harder on top of the flower and then blending out on the rest of it. And then she has done a stamp. So this one says sending love in black, just for you in green, and then keep smiling in black. And for these two cards, she's added little gems in the center of all the flowers in green, and then same gems enamel down here. And then here, she did it in the black gems and the same thing down here. So pretty. And our last pair from Lynn, here, similar but different. Again, similar but different. So here we have a white cardstock base. Open up, see? White cardstock base. Actually, no, cream, sorry, cream, so a little bit different. Cream cardstock base. We have a green background, and on top of that we have a purple. So green and then purple. A little bit of a different green background, works beautiful both ways. Then she has taken an ink pad, and I believe this is an ink pad, but it could be a stamp, I'm not sure. And she's just gone plop, and that's where you get that design. And then same thing for here, right? And so here we have a square and a rectangle, and then here we have a rectangle, a square, and a larger square. And I think they both work, it's all good. I don't think that works one way better than the other. This way you get a bigger kind of a background. It's like a matte background, but with the stamp. And it could be with a stamp, or it could just be that she took the ink pad, and I'm not sure which one it is. But the colors are absolutely identical, so either she's got 3 of the exact same ink pads, or it is a stamp. Then she has taken another stamp, and it's the same stamp on both cards with all this beautiful, or it's layers of stamps. I'm not sure if it's one stamp or layers, but they're so identical. I'm thinking it's a single stamp. And she did it horizontally. You know, you would think that the stamp would go vertically, which it would be beautiful vertically, but it so totally works going horizontal as well, which I think is fabulous. So then she's gone in, she's stamped it, and then she's colored it in those purples and those greens, and that's where the purple and the green come from. So pretty. At the top, she just stamped, "You are fabulous." So gorgeous. This is the first set of cards from Cindy. These are so gorgeous. I love them. So what she's done is she's taken a cream cardstock. So here we go. Open it. Cream cardstock. And then she has die cut out a series of beautiful flowers and swirls. And as you can tell, they're all very similar, but a little bit different. So she's got this swirl pattern that she's also die cut out of the same color paper. But the swirls might be a little different. Like this swirl is the same as this one, but the orientation might be changed. Same with this one. So it's a little hint of something on the background of the card, which I think is so stinking smart. I love this concept. So here it is again, this little swirl. Then she's got a stamped and colored, and she's stamped it and sometimes in black, and then sometimes she did it in gold, and she's heat embossed it. So here she's heat embossed it, and then she's colored it in. And just the color that she's done has been different for every single flower. And then she's added a series of die cut background leaves. So sometimes it's these little, like what I would call, sometimes it's berries and leaves, sometimes it's straight leaves, sometimes it's kind of this swirly thing. There's always 2 of them, but the 2 might be completely different. Again, different, or they might be the same and just multi-layered. So I love this, just kind of the juxtaposition of all of that. And they're in different colors of paper too. Sometimes they're lighter or darker, sometimes a little pearlescent. It's all very cool. And then lastly, she has a die cut out hello. So here we have it in kind of the gold color to match with the gold background, and here we have it in black. Sometimes they're at the bottom because this design, the flower is more centered in the center. Or sometimes she's put it on the side because the flower has taken more of a vertical with the swirl. She didn't keep it in one location. She's extenuated it. So it's just changing up similar products, similar design in a way, but just kind of tweaking it up a little bit, which I think is so pretty. Next batch is also from Cindy, and I think this is such a smart use of what I would call these project life cards. They're so pretty, and this is just a great way of using them. So smart. So we have a standard opening card that goes vertically. I think that's so much fun. And then she's taken a series of pearlescent papers. She's either done them in like this bronzy gold color, this bluish color, or this yellowy color, which matches in with all the papers that she's used in the front. And then she's taken and she's embossed all of them. So I think you can really see the embossing this way. And it's the same embossing folder for all of them. It's a great way of using that embossing folder with that pearlescent paper. It's so pretty. She's inked the edges of all of them in blue or in a brown or in a blue again. And then she's added what I would call that project life card. So it fits perfectly on there, mattes gorgeously, and she's done a whole bunch of these, and every single card was different. So it's probably a big 12 by 12 sheet of paper that she cut up all the cards. They say grateful for you, thank you, warm wishes. And it's a great way of doing like a mass production card and it's still so gorgeous because they've done all the work for you on these cards, and she has inked the edges of that as well. So amazing job. This is another one from Cindy that she made for me, and she even put a little sticky note on the inside and said, thanks for the card swap. You rock, Cindy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So I got a personalized card. I think that's so much fun. And it is so pretty. I love it. So she has taken a gray cardstock base, and I love that gray color. I always go for white, and I need to change it up a little bit. And then she's added 3 layers of ribbon, and it kind of all comes together in the center right here. And she just snipped it off on the edges, so it just goes right around. And then she's added this thanks, and she's done it twice. Once in black and once in blue, and then offset it to give it like that shadowy effect. So pretty. And then we have a stamped, and this has been stamped with heat embossed with black, and then colored in with, I think, markers in blue, because she knows blue is my favorite color, and then a couple of leaves in the corner, and that has been popped up. So thank you so much, Cindy. I love it. All right, so here's a pair from Brenda Wilson. She's done a beautiful green background of a card. It's so gorgeous. Again, I love these different colors of backgrounds for cards. I love that. And then she has a pattern paper. And the pattern paper, she made a whole bunch of these cards. It's a little bit different for each one, which I think is great. And it's just this beautiful kind of a floral background, like little leaves or branches with leaves, and it fits with that green theme, which I think is so fun. And then she has that same green mat on white, and she stamped it in green and then just left it, which I think is so pretty. Just letting the stamp do its job for you, which I think is fun. And then we also have another green with a white on top of that where it's stamped and says, for you. So gorgeous. Another one from B. Wilson, Brenda. And here we have a pink background. This is so much fun. Love that pink background. And then we have this, it looks like snowflakes, but it also could just be stars, which I think is fun. Background paper. It fits so beautifully. And then the light pink again, matching as the mat, and then a sheet of white cardstock. And she has stamped is beautiful. It looks like a cherry blossom. And she's colored in all the leaves and all the flowers, and it looks so gorgeous. I love those. All right, yellow this time. And I have to make a side note. As she was packing all of her cards, she put them in individual bags. She made 10 of each of the cards you've just seen. All the yellow fit into a yellow bag. All of the pink ones fit into a pink bag, and all the green ones fit into a green bag. I just think that is just the funniest and amazing thing ever. I just think that is so cool. So that just put a little smile on my face when I saw the green and green and the pink and pink and the yellow and yellow. It was so cute. So here we have our yellow card. Oh, it's so bright and cheery. Something about yellow just makes you smile. I love that. So we have a light yellow, and then on top of that we have a bright yellow. So it's 2 tones of yellow, soft and bright. So gorgeous. We have the light yellow again, and on top of that we have a white paper that she has stamped in black and then colored in her sunflower. It's so gorgeous. And then just left it, because that's all you need. It is so simple and so gorgeous and just perfect. Thank you so much. Next is a fun series of cards that I made, and there are videos on how I made all of these, and you can find them on my YouTube channel. So these are some really fun little flip-flap cards that I made that just have little extra somethings going on. And there we go, little pop open there. And so we got little flowers here, little flowers there. We got little flowers on there, so little flowers kind of everywhere going on, and even in here. So here we have some more little flowers going on here. And it's just a series of fun little like flaps you can open up and see all kinds of cool little things happening as you open up the flaps. And it's just bright and cheery and fun. So here's a set of 3 cards that I use doing a set of layering. So it's these decoupage, or whatever call these layering pieces. You pop them out, and then you add pop dots on top of them. This one I did on a craft cardstock, and then white cardstock for these. It already came, it was a kit, which is so easy. It came with the background paper. It's just a whole bunch of layers, and it's not meant to fit an A2 size card, but I cut down the paper and left out a few little tidbits, or cut off a little bit of some of the flowers to make sure that it fit. And they worked wonderfully, so I absolutely love that. Here's another one I made where I did the same thing. I took one of those layered, but it was just a single piece. And so it's just a whole bunch of these pretty flowers that's in an oval shape that I then put on an oval and then matted on top of a white cardstock base with a pink layer of paper on white cardstock, inked the edge in pink, same with my oval, which I popped up, and then a little stamp that says, I smile brighter because of you, or I smile a little brighter because of you. And here's my last 3 cards and the last set of cards for the swap. Here we have pretty set of floral blingy cards. I love them. So it's a white cardstock base, as you can see right here, and then I've added a floral background. This one was in blue, pink, and yellow, but it's more kind of like a grayish. On top of that, white, and on top of that, another sheet of white cardstock. So then for this yellowy page right here, You can just see it. What I've done is I've taken white cardstock, inked the edges in yellow, and then I took a stencil, laid it over top with the same ink, and I just brushed it on with a stencil brush, and it gave this beautiful background, kind of yellowy background color. And it's in this cross-hatch kind of a meshy looking thing. And then I took the same pattern paper that's on the background, so pink, blue, or gray, and I had 2 strips of that paper, a whole bunch of really pretty swirl pearls that I have, and then matched it with 2 blue or 2 pink or gray and yellow flowers that matches that background paper that I have on the card. And then a little stamp that says Sweet Sunshine of My Life, just popping right here in the corner between where the pearls are centered. So thanks so much for stopping by and checking out all these amazing cards. These ladies are totally amazing. They did such a fantastic job. And if you would love to leave a comment to give them some love on all their amazing hard work, I'm sure they would appreciate it. So if you would like to be part of my card swap, a link is down below where you can find that. And this theme was all about flowers. So please subscribe, and I will see you guys again later. Bye-bye, everybody.